Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn and Talk English. Oh, I am so happy you're here. Seriously, this makes my whole day. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. It's so great to see you all again. We've got such an important topic today. I honestly can't wait to get into it.
Right? So today we're talking about something so many of you message us about. You understand English perfectly when you watch a show or read something, but the moment you need to speak, total freeze.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. Honestly, I've been there too, even with my second language. Your brain just goes blank, right?
Exactly that moment. That's what we're fixing today. By the end of this episode, you'll have 8 real, practical tips to finally unlock your speaking voice.
And I want you to know something right now. This is so common. You are not broken. You are not behind. You just need the right tools.
So get comfortable, maybe grab a coffee, and let's get into it. Oh, and please, hit that subscribe button on Learn and Talk English. We pour so much love into these episodes.
We really do. Okay, Emma, let's start with tip number 1. Let's go.
Okay, so tip 1, and this is the biggest one. Stop translating in your head. I mean it. That's the habit that blocks everyone.
Oh, this is so true. When you translate from your language first, you lose speed and you lose confidence. It's like running with your shoes tied together.
Ha! That's such a good way to put it. Instead, try thinking in simple English from the start. Even just, I want coffee. Don't build the sentence in your language first.
And here's a fun fact. Your brain actually gets faster at this with practice. It's a skill, not a talent. Anyone can build it.
Let me give you a quick example. Instead of thinking, what's the word for this in my language, and now how do I say that in English? Just look at the cup in front of you and think, cup. Simple, direct.
Right, and you build from there. Cup. My cup. I want my cup. See how that's so much faster than translating a whole sentence in your head first.
Exactly. And the more you practice this, the more natural it feels. It's like building a new path in your brain instead of using the old, slow one.
Tip 2, and this one surprises people. Speak before you feel ready. Don't wait for perfect grammar in your head.
Oh, I love this one. Honestly, waiting for perfect is the trap. You'll wait forever. Just open your mouth and let imperfect English come out.
Exactly. Because real conversations aren't perfect anyway. Even native speakers say and restart sentences all the time.
So true. I do it constantly. Tip 3 now, and this is such an easy one. Talk to yourself. Out loud. Yes, really.
Ha! I know it sounds silly, but it works so well. Describe what you're doing while you cook or while you're getting ready in the morning.
I'm making my coffee now. It smells so good. Just simple stuff like that. It builds the muscle memory of speaking without any pressure.
And nobody's judging you. It's just you and your kitchen. You can even narrate your whole morning. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm putting on my shoes. It feels strange at first, but it gets easier fast.
And honestly, this is one of my favorite tips to teach because anyone can do it, anywhere, for free. No app, no partner needed, just you and your own voice.
Okay, tip 4, shrink the goal. Don't aim for a full conversation right away.
Yes, aim for one sentence, just one. Maybe it's ordering coffee or saying hello to a neighbor. Small wins build real confidence.
And here's something I want you to do right now. Pause for a second. Think of one sentence you could say today. Got it? Good. Now go say it out loud.
I love that. Okay, tip 5, and this one is close to my heart. Find low-pressure speaking partners. Maybe a language app, a patient friend, or even talking to a pet.
I love that. Okay, tip 5, and this one is close to my heart. Find low-pressure speaking partners. Maybe a language app, a patient friend, or even talking to a pet.
A pet genuinely doesn't judge your grammar. The goal is just removing fear from the equation so your brain can focus on the words. not the embarrassment.
Tip 6. Shadow native speakers. This means listening to a short clip and repeating it right after, copying the rhythm and sound.
Oh, this one is so powerful. It trains your mouth muscles for English sounds, and it trains your ear for natural rhythm at the same time.
You don't need anything fancy either. A short clip from a podcast, a movie scene, even a 1-minute video works perfectly. Play one sentence, pause, repeat it out loud, then play the next one.
And don't worry about understanding every single word at first. Focus on the music of the sentence, where the voice goes up, where it slows down, where the stress falls.
That's such a good point. Because English rhythm is so different from a lot of other languages, and shadowing teaches your mouth that rhythm directly, without needing a grammar lesson at all.
Tip 7. And honestly, I wish someone told me this sooner. Accept your accent. Your accent is not a mistake. It's part of your voice.
Yes, so many learners hide because they're scared of their accent. But clear communication matters way more than sounding perfect. You're allowed to sound like you.
Beautifully said. And tip 8, our last one, celebrate every attempt, not just success. Did you try to speak today? That's a win. Genuinely.
That's so important, because confidence isn't built by being perfect. It's built by trying again and again, even when it's a little messy.
Now, let's talk mistakes for a second, because we all make them. I once told a whole room, I am very boring, instead of, I am very bored. Big difference.
Ha! Oh no, that's a classic one. See, that's exactly why we want you to relax about mistakes. They happen to everyone, even teachers like us.
Exactly. So don't let fear of a mistake stop you from trying tip 2, speaking before you feel ready. The mistake itself is part of learning.
Okay, quick practice time. I'll say a sentence with a small error, and you think about how you'd fix it gently in your head. Ready?
Let's do it. I am agree with you. What's missing there? Let's try one more. She don't like coffee. What's the small fix there?
Good one. It should be, she doesn't like coffee. That little S sound trips up so many learners, but once you notice it, you start catching it naturally. See? That wasn't so scary, right? Mistakes like these are just part of the process. They don't mean you're failing. They mean you're actually using the language.
Now tell us in the comments, which of these 8 tips are you going to try first? I genuinely love reading every single comment. It makes our day. Okay, let's wrap up. Today we covered 8 tips. Stop translating, speak before ready, talk to yourself, shrink your goals, find low-pressure partners, shadow native speakers, accept your accent, and celebrate every attempt.
Such a great list. And I want you to know, every single person who speaks English fluently today started exactly where you are right now. Every single one.
So be patient with yourself and please be proud of every word you try to say. Even one sentence today is real progress, and we mean that.
We really do. Speaking a new language takes courage, and just by watching this, you're already showing that courage. That matters more than you think.
If this helped you, like this episode, share it with a friend who's learning too, and subscribe to Learn and Talk English so you never miss a new one.
We are so proud of you for being here today, genuinely. Keep practicing, keep trying, and we'll see you next time.